So it's all my fault. Hello everybody, I'm the Big Beardy One. Welcome back to my channel. It's been a while, I know, but we're rocking some videos. And today we're going to talk about a topic that's come up quite a lot in the past. Are us YouTube couriers the problem? Are we the reason why there are so many drivers on platforms like the CX and various other platforms? Is it our fault? And a lot of people seem to think it is. A lot of people don't think it is. But we're going to get into that today. This is actually going to be a two-part thing. This first episode is going to be whether I believe we are or aren't. And then the second episode is going to be discussing why YouTubers like myself do the YouTube, why we think it's a good idea and what we try and get out of it. But so for today, though, we're going to discuss whether or not we add to the problem with the amount of drivers that are out there. Before I get started, real quick though, we get a lot of comments as YouTubers, some good, some bad. People telling us how they feel about us, what we're doing is good, bad, all sorts. And we get a lot of trash at the same time. If you are going to leave a comment, and I don't mind what you leave, I'm thick enough skin for the bad comments, don't worry about that. But if you are going to leave a comment saying I'm wrong, for this video in particular, that's fine. What I'd ask is that you actually explain why I'm wrong so we can have a discussion. One of the things I've always tried to do with this channel is open up discussion about the things I'm talking about. So if you think my point of view on this is wrong, that's fine. Just let me know why. It's not, people often go, oh, you're talking shit. That's great, but why am I talking shit? So we can actually talk about it, and then we can do other videos and stuff around it. So, well, let's get into the meat of the matter. Are we the problem as YouTube couriers? Do we add to the drivers that are out there and the information that's out there, and do we make the industry a worse place? So, first of all, are more drivers driving because of us? And the answer simply is yes. Which you might be shocked for me to hear. It's for me to say, yes, we do contribute to the amount of drivers out there, but not as much as you may think. I think we actually contribute a very small portion of the drive. It's like any industry. When people are looking to get into it, they're going to look for information, and that's where we sort of come into it. So the reason I say that I don't think we actually contribute a lot to the amount of drivers that are out there is because just by going through the data on my YouTube analyst thingy, me Bob, you can look at how many people looked at your videos, what they're typing in to look at your videos, how many, do they rewatch videos or watch different videos? All that. There's a lot of information you can search through as a YouTuber, and at the end of the day, our videos aren't going to be. If you're on YouTube right now, just go onto YouTube, which you are actually on YouTube because you're watching me on YouTube. What a stupid question! But if you're actually on there, we don't pop up on the most popular videos. I've only got just under 4,000 subscribers from whilst I'm recording this. That's a very small number of people. Most people, when you turn YouTube on, we're not there. We're a very small piece of this pie on YouTube, extraordinarily small. So to actually find our videos, you have to type into YouTube how to become a courier driver or something along those lines. I actually have a list somewhere of what people type in to find my videos. None of them are just Big Beardy. No one British dude talking about driving. None of them that. You have to be specific to find our videos. So the people who are actually watching our videos have already got an interest in joining the industry. And then when I go into my data, I see that the vast majority of viewers I have are actually re-watching videos. I don't get very many new viewers to an in particular video. So we're actually touching a small minority of people. I think my biggest video at this point in time, or second biggest, was one I did about Hermes, for fuck's sake, which is about multi-dropping. And that's actually where the vast majority of drivers get into the industry. from talking to drivers who do multi-drops, obviously a lot of you who are regular watchers know that I, every Christmas, sort of go off and do multi-drops so I can be close to my family. Fun note, for the most of this year I've been multi-dropping so I can be close to my family for a change, which has been interesting. I'm not a fan of multi-dropping, as some you know, but we're getting off topic there, but you know, I'll talk about that another time. So, talking to people who do multi-drops, and even from what I've been doing this year, a lot of drivers are like, oh, don't, I like, how do I get into the long distance stuff from multi-dropping? There's a progression. It's not us YouTube dudes, as it were, who are bringing people into the industry. We're actually maybe change where we sort of fall in, I think, is we're actually change people's perception or give people the confidence to take those steps forward. And that's where we actually bring people into the industry. But it's a very small amount. A very small amount. I actually went out and I talked to a load of people who watch my channel. I sent a lot of people messages, and the overwhelming response from these people was, no, it wasn't your videos that made me become a courier. They helped. They gave me information, but I had already made the decision that I was going to do it. That is the vast majority of people I spoke to. There have been one or two. I think I contacted 50 people in total. Not all of them responded back, but out of the ones that did, about out of the, I think 45 responded back, and about 4 of them actually said, yes, it was your videos that made me go, actually, I'm going to do it. The rest had already made their mind up they were going to do it. Not saying they wouldn't have gone on and decided to do it anyway. So it's not a huge amount of people we're actually bringing into the industry. And those people are already convinced they're going to join the industry. And to find us, they have to think, this is something I might want to do. My goal was always, when I started this channel, was to try and educate. Well, I had 5 things I wanted to do. One was just for myself, but I wanted to educate new people coming into the industry so that the standards were better. So hopefully they wouldn't be undercutting like we know happens, and they actually knew what they were doing and putting more confidence into the industry. And I wanted to, you know, open a dialogue with people and just talk about things and just do something different. And I think I've done that in the most part. I know, and to touch on another issue about us YouTube couriers being awful, being awful human beings. When I start doing this, and this is something I was very conscious of later on, was people often say you sugarcoat the industry. There are certain YouTubers that will make it sound like it's the greatest thing on earth, and that's going to drag people into the industry. I went back and watched some of my earlier videos, and I realized what they were saying. So it's not unjustified. My early videos probably were. And it wasn't until I started making more videos and I was like, actually, I'm not talking enough about the downsides. So I'm giving an unfair reflection. I'm pretty sure if you went over my channel now and watched everything I do, you would, as a whole, you would go, actually, yeah, I'm giving a very honest, broad opinion of the industry. I'm giving good information. I hope I'm giving good information, and I'm not mis-selling it. I think if you'd watched my first, let's say, 20 videos, you could have said, actually, he's sugarcoating a bit. So I am aware of that, and I've tried to change that as I've gone along with the channel. And I've even done videos where people have got very pissed off with me because I've said, I did one about all the problems with the industry, and people got annoyed with me that I was saying about the bad things of the industry. You can't win or lose. No, you can lose. You can't win, shall I say, doing this. Everyone's going to kick off at you. But you put yourself forward, you're going to get comments. I've lost my train of thought there. It's been a while since I've done a video. I'm getting back into the swing of things. So going through all the information I've gathered and everything, yes, we do contribute to the industry, the amount of drivers are out there, but it's not a lot. If you think about what the CX does to get people into the industry, it's a lot more. You know, they're actively trying to bring people into them. As YouTube couriers, we're not. We're just talking about our life. We're talking about our job. We're talking about We're trying to give information and help people. We're not actively trying to grab people and say, join, become a courier, you son of a bitch. We're not doing that. And I've also had comments with people saying, I watched your videos and I realized, no, that's not the road I want to go down. So for all the people to say it's your fault, YouTube couriers, you're the reason why, it's just not true, unfortunately. I'm not saying we don't, in small part, add to the drivers that are out there, but it's a very small percentage. And the majority of drivers that end up watching our videos are already trying to get into the industry and just trying to learn more. And hopefully we're giving them, as a community of couriers and YouTubers, we're giving them good information so when they do come into the industry, they actually aren't just coming in, blind and being like, oh, I'm just going to bid 20p a mile because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. That's what we're trying to achieve, or what I'm trying. I'm not going to speak for everyone, but what I've been trying to achieve when I was doing my videos. So yeah, hopefully that sort of it's not. People are going to disagree with this, and you're quite right too. But that's sort of where I believe it's at. From the information I have from my YouTube, from the information I've gathered from talking to people, from not just couriers but shippers, the fact that at the end of the day, I can drive around the country, and yes, sometimes I get recognised, but I've been driving around Norfolk an awful lot this last year, just Norfolk itself. Hundreds of depots, talking to lots of people, and I might have been recognised by courier. These are couriers because I'm surrounded by them all day, twice in a year. So my reach is not reaching. If I'm constantly in areas where courier drivers are, who are long distance, short distance, multi droppers, and only 2 people recognise me, then obviously I'm not reaching very far into the wider mindset of the courier world. I know I do not, there's very few people that actually watch my channel. I know that. It's a small channel about being a courier driver. But even within the community of courier drivers, not many people are watching. I think we live in a sort of bubble as YouTubers and the people that comment on our videos. This is for you guys as well. There's a sort of bubble thinking that the people in the comments is all the couriers, are all the drivers out there. We're all in those comments and we're talking. No, we're a very small population within inside a very small population. I think it gets very skewed because when you're in a bubble, you don't see outside the bubble and see the bigger thing. So that's my sort of 2 cents on the matter. Yes, we contribute, but it's a very small part. We also, but if you look at the what we give to the courier community, information, entertainment, hopefully. I hope I entertain some people. We dissuade some people. Like I said, I've had comments before, people saying, no, it's not for me. And generally, one thing I try to do when I started doing this is build a community of people who can talk and, get along and share information and try and make each other's lives easier. I know some people watching this are going to disagree with everything I say and say, actually, you're just a YouTube prick. And you're hurting the industry. That's your opinion. But what I believe I'm doing helps, or have done in the past helps, and doesn't actually, the footprint that's left in the industry is very small compared to a company like the CX who are actively trying to find drivers and other companies like that. That's all I've got to say about that, really. Like I said, I'm going to do a second video which will go into a bit more why we actually do the YouTube thing. The reasons, the benefits, the downfalls, and all that stuff. So if anyone's out there and it's like, well, I'm a courier and I quite fancy doing the YouTube thing, that might be a video you might want to watch. Thank you for listening. I've been the Big Beardy One. This has been the Big Beardy Show. More videos to follow. I know I've been away for a long time. I've been dealing with life, and life is a bitch. But hopefully, I know I've done this 2 or 3 times now, and I do apologise where I said I'm back, and then I'm not, and then I'm back, and we've all got lives to live and we've all got things going on. And maybe I'll do a video about it. Maybe I'll talk about what's actually been happening. My phone's going mental. Don't worry about that. But yeah, thank you for watching. I've been the Big Beardy One. You've been awesome. Be safe out there. Have a great day.